Yep, good. All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to our continuing coverage from Super Bowl 60 Radio Row with Cam Rogers from the Believe Network.
Yes,
Great
sir.
To
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Fresh off a trip from DC over here, and Radio Row, let me tell you, Bram, it's Thursday. This is the pinnacle of the week. A lot of buzz. I mean, 9:30 a.m. it was crazy, and now we just have the who's who walking around here, and good to be with you.
Yeah, I don't think Radio Row is the way to describe this anymore. It's multimedia
Creator Row.
Creator
right?
Row.
Yeah, we're in the creator economy now. I think your currency these days is your follower count or your listeners and that sort of thing, and that's how you build that brand. So it's so fun to see all the different pods out there, the digital networks. My first Radio Row was 7 years ago in Atlanta, a lot different then than what it is now, for sure.
So, we speak to a lot of the NFL alumni. Believe works with a lot of current players, and ex-players as well. So what do you say to them if they're interested in potentially getting into media?
Well, that was the vision for Braun when he first started the company, was creating an avenue for retired professional and collegiate athletes to get into media. Ryan Leaf was one of our first. And then ever since then, we've got Lorenzo Neal here, we've got Jonathan Stewart here. Carl Banks is one of our big names, Phil Simms, Matt Simms. And so we have carved out this path, an easy path, a light lift, because it's just a podcast that you can do virtually for these folks to get involved. And then that's the launch point. Then we can get them on TV. We have our own TV channel. A lot of our shows are on FanDuel Sports Network, including West with the Rams and Cincinnati with the Believe in Bengals show with Solomon Wilcott. So you start with the pod, but then it's like this assembly line of YouTube and then TV, and it's just great for these athletes to get out there because they love talking ball. They want to keep talking ball, and I'll tell you, I love just kind of shooting the SH, if you will, with Jonathan Stewart, just talking about who was like the toughest linebacker you faced. That's stuff that is good content and will always be, relished by fans.
Yeah, and so you talked about the path. When they say to you, how do I build a show? What do I talk about? Who's my audience? What do you tell them?
So it's a couple of things. First of all, I think frequency by which you go is really important. You can't go once a week with a pod anymore. It's just so hard to grow.
That's right.
So if I'm giving them the straight dope, you got to go daily with your podcast. And then on top of that, serious social media marketing. Getting in the trenches on Twitter, reply tweeting, commenting, engaging with the actual team accounts as well, other fans, and then utilizing your Rolodexes, right? Coaches, former players to come on the show, help promote the pod, and do all the things. So it's really this element of guerrilla marketing, right? Throwing spaghetti at a wall a little bit strategically, and then, that's how you create the listenership. Otherwise, it's like a tree falling in a forest. You just don't even know it exists, right?
That's right. All right, so what's the vision for the future for the network itself?
A lot of things right now. We just announced a VP of sales, so we're really excited about that, and we're excited to have your shows on the network as well, and we are really thinking forward toward host-read ads. We want a lot more of that. We know the hosts love them. And then as far as content is concerned, we're building out more of our team shows. We're adding a lot of different sports shows that are pre-existing with audience onto our network. And then we want to continue to grow the TV presence as well. Right now we're on Fubo, but we're having some great conversations with different digital networks out there that can distribute our content, and we get a fee. We charge a fee for that, and I think there's a lot of opportunity there. So Eric's here, Braun's here. They're having a lot of meetings here in San Francisco, and just good conversation. So stay tuned on all that.
Cam Rogers, great to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Appreciate
Cheers.
it. Thanks.
Yep.